Hey everybody, welcome to the West Dakota Dad. My name is Cody. This is my podcast where we talk about faith, family, and life. This is episode number 32 with Memorial Day. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to you, the viewer, the listener, for tuning into my podcast. It really means a lot to me. If you could do me a solid favor to like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever it is, I really would appreciate it. It helps me get and reach out to more people with this podcast. So thank you so much for doing that for me. Now, as of this recording, I am just off of work right now. But this morning on my way to work, I was excited. I was like, this is my last day before the nice long weekend. I get to do something fun with my family. You know, the weather's supposed to be nice. And the more I was starting to think, I was also kind of conflicted in a way because I was just like, I'm so thankful that I'm able to do that because every year on this weekend, I think, man, there's people out there that, they might not get to celebrate this weekend, or I shouldn't maybe celebrate, but they don't get to spend this weekend with their family because maybe, they had passed by giving the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And I've always felt somewhat conflicted because it's like, I get to sit here and be having fun with my family and doing some fun things. And there's a family just right over there that might be, mourning, they're kneeling at the gravestone, praying, just remembering those that have lost their lives serving our country. And so as I was driving to work, I listened to my Bible app, and I was in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, to be precise. And it really kind of made me think. It made my mind start thinking quite a bit. I'm going to read that for you guys here real quick. Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 through 8. For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under the heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to tear down, and a time to build up, a time to cry, and a time to laugh, a time to grieve, and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones, and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, and a time to turn away, a time to search, and a time to quit searching, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to mend, a time to be quiet, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. And as I read that, I was like, wow, it's very poetic, and every single line has a contrasting view on it. And so I after listening to that, and then of course me thinking about the Memorial Day weekend coming up, and during my morning prayer that I was doing before I started work, I kept having this little voice in my head said, I need to get these thoughts down on paper. There's so much I wanted to say, and I just needed to speak from the heart. So I decided to write a poem. Now, mind you, I'm not a writer by any means, let alone being a poet. And I just got out some sticky notes, and I started jotting down what was on my mind, trying to figure out how to express this weekend and try to honor those that had served. And so I called it Contrasting Weekend. And I'll read it for you here. It says, we fire up our grills, the charcoal, the gas. A 3-day weekend is here at last. A time spent with family, some play, some mourn, a heart on the mend from being torn. The weather is nice, some happy, some sad. A child's lip quivers from losing their dad. No matter your plans at day, at night, always hold your family tight. Honor those that served from recent to past. A loved one's time cut short so fast. Memorial Day weekend, visit the lake, visit the grave, a land made free because of the brave. And so that's kind of what I came up with. And when I think about Memorial Day weekend, there's a lot of people out there They're there. It's the kickoff to the summer. It's barbecue season. The weather's nice. They're out there wanting to spend time with their family and relax, have fun. And then you got the other side. Like I said, you got families that are remembering, maybe it's a child's dad or mom. Maybe it's a brother or sister or son or a daughter. Or maybe it's a grandparent, whatever it is. They're going to the cemetery. They're basically visiting them. They're sitting there praying, remembering the good times that they had with them. And so it's just such a contrast of a weekend. And it's something that I always want to remember why Memorial Day happens. And it's because of all those men and women out there that are serving the country and just being ultimately selfless. They're risking their lives so that we can not have terrorism happen in this country. They're out there risking their lives so we as Americans can have this freedom to be able to do what we want on this weekend, in a sense. But I just encourage everybody out there that when they are out there doing whatever with their family, that just hold on to your family tight, maybe thank someone that has served, and just remember all those that have served and are no longer with us. That's what I had for you guys for this very short Memorial Day episode. But like I said, just make sure you guys remember what the weekend is really about. So thanks for listening again. And until next time, I'm the West Dakota Dad.